Crocodiles are known for their potential danger, yet there are some that stand out in history for their extraordinary impact. This video takes you through the stories of the world's most formidable crocodiles, from those that have terrorized entire islands to the ones labeled as serial predators, and even those captured to prevent further mayhem. We will explore these exceptional crocodiles, delving into intriguing facts about each. Get ready to learn about the most dangerous crocodiles on the planet in today's exciting journey. Bujang Senang. It's fortunate that some man-eating crocodiles eventually meet their end. Bujang Senang is one such example. This saltwater crocodile, weighing about a ton and measuring around 20 feet long, terrorized the people of Malaysia for decades. It began attacking people from a young age and continued its evil deeds until its death. Although its statistics are not as impressive as those of the African Gustave, it was still a terrifying creature. Bujang claimed the lives of at least 13 people, making it a huge problem for the locals who sought to catch and subdue it forever. The situation was so serious that even the local authorities got involved. They organized entire operations to eliminate Bujang, including attempts to harpoon and blow it up, but these were unsuccessful. Even professional snipers couldn't take it down. It took 2 squads, one of which was a distraction, and 3 men armed with high-powered rifles to finally finish off Bujang Sinang. Only then was the crocodile neutralized. Today, its skeleton is kept in a museum. Gustave. No matter how cruel and merciless the crocodiles of Ramree Island are, they are inferior to the greatest man-eater of all time, the male Nile crocodile named Gustave. He was born in 1955. For the first few decades, the crocodile didn't show himself in any way, hunting the usual prey for his species, fish, antelopes, and so on. But soon Gustave became very large and was forced to switch to slower and less nimble food, buffaloes and hippos. This, by the way, is one of the few crocodiles that regularly eats these huge herbivores. But the creepiest thing is that Gustave began to attack and eat people. One by one, the victims went into his toothed mouth, and soon Gustave had developed a taste for it. Literally, people became his favorite food. It's estimated that he ate at least 300 people in all that time, and that's just the official figures. Unofficially, however, Gustave has several thousand ruined lives on his conscience. In African Burundi, where Gustave lives, the locals are very afraid of him. His status is already close to mythical. No one can understand how just one crocodile could eat so many people and why it's not yet been caught. Of course, there have been many attempts to catch Gustave, but each time he's managed to elude the hunters. Gustave is practically elusive. Every time he manages to disappear into the water immediately after being spotted. Neither do the lures and traps work, even weapons don't work. Gustave has been shot multiple times, but his skin is abnormally thick. The bullets literally bounce off it or leave only minor damage. They even tried to blow Gustave up with explosives, but that didn't work either. That's why Gustave is considered a mythical creature. He's absolutely real, but it's hard to imagine unkillable, impenetrable, and all-powerful. It's unclear whether it will ever be possible to get rid of this monster. Crocodiles from Ramy Island. Let's start with the crocodile that held the entire island. To be more precise, it was not one individual but several. The island in question is Ramree, which is located in Myanmar, formerly known as Burma. It was here in early 1945 that the Battle of Ramy Island took place during World War II. It was a battle between Great Britain and the Japanese Empire. Perhaps the battle would have gone unnoticed were it not for one video. When the Japanese forces lost, they began to retreat across the swamps of Ramree Island, and it was their fatal mistake. It wasn't long before the Japanese realized that the swamps were teeming with saltwater crocodiles, the largest reptiles and land predators on the planet. These monsters attack people without hesitation, which is what happened to the soldiers. One British soldier who fought in the battle said that of the more than 1,000 Japanese soldiers who were on the island, the British captured only 20 who were in a state of shock. According to the British, 1,215 Japanese soldiers were killed and eaten by crocodiles as they attempted to pass through the island's swamps. The Guinness Book of World Records recognizes this crocodile attack as the highest number of fatalities in an animal attack in the battle and the highest number of people killed by a crocodile attack. Crocodiles terrorized the entire island for a long time, and even now the situation is not much better. There are a lot of saltwater monsters here to this day. Two-toed Tom. Among alligators, you can also find man-eaters, although there are much fewer of them than man-eater crocodiles. Two-toed Tom is just such a monster. It's a huge American alligator that operated in Alabama and Florida in the 1920s. He got his name because he lost all but two of his toes on his left paw in a steel trap. Because of this, Tom left characteristic footprints in the mud. The locals claimed that he was not an alligator at all, but a demon from hell who had come to destroy them. This predator gained fame by devouring cows, mules, and of course, people, especially women. The exact number of Tom's victims is unknown, but there were clearly dozens of them. Of course, they tried to finish the monster off, just like the previous man-eater crocodiles I told you about. They shot him, but the bullets didn't seem to hurt him much. They tried to blow him up with dynamite, but the explosion didn't kill him. Since 1930, the alligator has quieted down and never killed anyone else, but he didn't die. Locals say that in the 1980s, they saw an alligator with two toes in the swamp where Tom used to live. It's possible that it was Tom himself. The alligator was never caught. Lolong. Next, we have one of the most famous crocodiles of all time. Lolong is one of the most dangerous crocodiles and animals of all time. He lived in the Philippines. It is not known whether he was a man-eater, as far as I know. It is not possible to confirm this, but the rumor is that several people were eaten by him. But what is known for sure is that Lolong attacked people and also killed local animals in huge numbers. He mainly attacked water buffaloes. Crocodile is very large, over 20 feet long and weighing over a ton. The reptiles simply posed a huge threat to Filipinos and local animals. So the decision was made to catch the monster. The capture operation lasted for several weeks and involved more than 100 people. Finally, Lolong was tracked down, pulled out of the water, and tied up. Took an entire night to do it, but even tied up, Lolong wouldn't give up. He broke free and 4 times broke the rope traps. Fortunately, he was eventually subdued. Lolong was transferred to the Crocodile Center, after which the Guinness Book recognized him as the world's largest crocodile in captivity. In 2014, a year and a half after his capture, Lolong passed away. His remains are now on display at a museum. Indonesian Monster. There are some crocodiles that can be captured and restrained before they cause any harm. This story is a perfect example of that. The protagonist of this story is Osman, an Indonesian man. In the summer of 2022, a dangerous 13-foot-long crocodile entered his village, causing fear among the locals. Osman organized an operation to capture it, but surprisingly, no dynamite or rifles were needed. He managed to neutralize the crocodile with just a rope by immobilizing its jaws and then tying it up. They didn't kill the crocodile, but instead took it far away and released it into the wild. Crocodile in Sri Lanka. In 2016, a similar incident occurred in Sri Lanka when a 16-foot crocodile emerged from a river during its overflow and entered an artificial canal in search of food. This posed a significant threat to the locals, and it was crucial to remove the crocodile to ensure their safety. The local authorities launched an operation to capture the crocodile, which was successful. They used a tractor to transport the crocodile to a pond, and then an excavator to lift it up, bring it to the shore, and release it before pushing it towards the river. After a few minutes, the giant reptile disappeared into the pond. Since we have had enough of man-eaters for today, I suggest we take a look at some impressive footage of large crocodiles and alligators caught on camera, on the shore. In this footage, we see a saltwater crocodile resting on the shore. It's not as big as the others I showed you today, but it's not small either. However, the crocodile just lies there and doesn't touch anyone. But crocodiles are interesting because they can turn their mood around instantly and go berserk. And so, in a matter of seconds, the reptile starts moving and leaps into the water to attack people. Fortunately for them, they were safe in a boat. Blackie. There is another crocodile in the river. His name is Blackie, and he is a local celebrity in Australia. Blackie is not known to attack anyone. He just swims around and minds his own business. He recently crawled a bit and turned right, which was quite impressive to witness. Although he is not creepy, his size is definitely noteworthy. Gold. The size of this giant alligator is truly impressive. It was spotted strolling around a golf course while a game was in progress. The players had to stop the game to avoid disturbing the visitor. It's hard to comprehend just how huge this alligator really is. Thankfully, it's very calm and doesn't show any signs of aggression towards anyone. It's just walking around peacefully. Sunbathing. And lastly, let's take a look at another giant. It's not going to attack anyone either. The crocodile came out of the river just to sunbathe. I wish all the crocodiles would behave so calmly and peacefully. That's all, guys. Which crocodile impressed you the most? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching and see you later.